Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Today's video is all about lower body mobility. I'll be picking up 4 different moves to show you how you can start increasing mobility in your lower body. We'll be working on the hips for one of the exercises, the knees for the second one, the ankles for the third one, and the toes for the fourth one. So these 4 exercises that can help you kind of mobilize your entire lower body. Also open up before your workouts. I've got this many a times on my Instagram as a request to kind of just make lower body mobility videos. So let's get started. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section below and let's go. Alright, the first exercise that we'll be working on is going to be a wide-legged forward bend and a plie squat. Right, so how we're going to do it is I want to open up hip width, wider than hip width, and a little wider than hip width, right? Now we're going to open the toes to the outside. So these are parallel feet, where the inside edges and the outside edges of your feet are parallel to each other. We're going to go into a turned out. So we're going to open the feet a little bit, not too much, not 180 degrees, just at a 45-degree angle. And from here, you're going to go into a wide-legged forward bend. Deep breath in, take your arms up, hold your tummy tight, and start going forward, forward, forward. Keep a micro bend on your knees, don't push them out completely. Slight bend and go forward as much as you can. Try and aim to take your chin to the floor. That's the first in. From here, grab onto your ankles, push the chest out, the hips back. Make sure you're not arching your back. We're still keeping our spine neutral. And from here, you're going to bend, come into a plie and push. So you're opening up the thighs, you're opening up the hamstrings, you're opening up your entire lower body. 2 and up. We're going to do 10 of these. 3, up. 4, up. Make sure you're not caving the knees in, they're pushing out. Thighs to the sky. And 5. Out. 6, 7, keep breathing, up. 8 and push. 9 and push, last one. 10, I'm going to come here, push the knees out and hold this position for 10. Make sure you're not like this. Push the pelvis forward, thighs up to the sky, knees out. 7, 6, pull the core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze the inner thighs, come up. And that was the first exercise. For the knees, we're going to keep it super simple. We'll start with the absolute basic. We're going to do some knee rotations and make sure that the knee is the only part of the body that we're rotating. How are we going to do that? So if we rotate it like this, we're pretty much rotating all the way through from the hip flexors. So that's not what we're going to do. I'm going to come slightly closer. What I want you to do is hold on, pull the knee all the way into your chest. Sit up straight, don't sit like that. If you feel like you can't sit up straight, make sure that your body is slightly slanting, but nonetheless you're not curving your spine. So you're sitting up with the chest up. You're going to start by extending completely. Now our foot will be flexed here. From here, you're going to rotate the knee, only the knee, which is why we're holding onto our thigh, right? So you'll notice that the movement on the inside is a little more than the movement on the outside. It is easier for us to open the knees outwards, much easier than it is to close it inwards like that, right? So we're going to go into a 5 rotations here. 2, hold it tight. 3, 4, and 5. These are also called controlled articular rotations for the knee. And 5, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So the second leg that is on the floor will be tight and stabilizing the rest of the body, right? So you're pulling the other leg in, out, and rotate. 2, no movement at the ankle. We're not doing an ankle rotation. we're doing a full rotation of the knee. 4
and 5 and other side. 2. Limit the movement of the thigh. 4 and 5.
and extend. Alright, hips, hamstrings and knees done. Moving on to the ankles. What I want you to do is grab your calf. Again, lift the leg up. It doesn't need to come all the way up like mine. It can be here, that's fine. Sit up straight and you're going to go into a full flexion. This is a full flexion. Now, this is not a flexion. Watch, my midfoot should be pulling into my face. This is a flexion. From here, you're going to go into a complete rotation, avoiding rotation at the knee. So, we're only doing a full flex to full point. This is called an extension and flexion, extension. And again, you're going to first rotate it a little to the left, pull it all the way in, push it to the right, push it all the way out. To avoid the rotation happening from your knee, we're making sure that we're only working the ankles, no other part of the body. Similarly, the other side, lift, come into a full flexion. You're pulling this all the way in from your midfoot and you're pointing this all the way out to your toes. This is called an extension. So a full flexion and a full extension. Again, grab onto your calf and come into a full flexion, full extension, rotate.
Inward and then full flexion. 2, 3, watch my toes. Toes have to go all the way out. And other side. 5.
4, simultaneously maintaining my core tight, not leaving myself loose and not doing this. Up and 1 and done. Once you're done with this, we're going to move on to our toes, which is the last segment of our lower body mobility today. I like to work on the smaller muscle groups because those are what create the basis for the bigger movements, right? So imagine you're doing a squat and you suddenly break a toe. Nobody wants that. So we'll be working on strengthening those little muscle groups as well. Let's get started. What I want you to do is start with up and down and 2 and down. Now you're not pushing the weight all on your calves. It's really just going on your toes. 3, 4, grip the floor with your toes, and 5. And now you're going to go into a full lift off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to try and move one toe at a time. One toe at a time. It's important to understand mind to muscle connection in this. It's not as easy to move one toe at a time. So if you can't do it initially and you need to do some work into it, please put some work into it. And pinky, lift and up and down. And that's it for today, guys. This is the absolute basic warm-up that you kind of should be incorporating into your regime every single day. Doesn't matter whether you're working on your upper body or your lower body. These are the smaller joints that we kind of neglect while we're working out, and we're not able to give a full range of motion to our movements. So start off with these if you've never done a mobility session before, or if you don't know how to start your warm-up, and then we'll build up to more exercises. I'll be coming onto my YouTube channel later. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Leave it in the comment section below, and if you don't yet follow my Instagram handle @meheronfire, please go ahead and do so. And you can subscribe to my website as well, www.meheronfire.com, and look into a program that is suited to you. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week. Bye.